Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a brand new video. We have a problem and we have to talk about it, and that is the striker problem at Arsenal. Now the statistics are very clear. Arsenal are one of the worst converters in the Premier League at the moment. So according to The Athletic, Arsenal have taken 81 shots in their last 4 games, producing 3 goals, and they're saying the wasteful nature of this team is becoming an absolute theme. And I think it's actually a joke, and it's something that we need to address quick and early. Hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel as well. We're gonna be talking about why Arsenal not scoring goals, but also why I think January is an easy way for us to solve that. Why I think Mikel Arteta is making a huge mistake by thinking that our problem is the defense, and he's trying to bring in an expensive defender over an expensive striker. I want your thoughts, I want your contribution in the comment box below. What do you think about our lack of goals and our lack of finishing ability in the final third? So I will take you back to Liverpool. We got a couple of chances where Gabriel Martinelli was literally in the middle of the goal and he whistles wide. He got the same opportunity against West Ham. He whistled wide. Saka had the same opportunity as well. Hits the post and that ball ricochets off Leandro Trossard. It goes out into a goal kick. Against Aston Villa, big chances, we didn't convert. And against Brighton, we created huge chances and we didn't convert as well. So what do you think is causing this? Is it because we don't have a striker? Is it because the team is actually down and our performance levels are just down, so the problem is small and we will actually overcome it? I want your thoughts right there in the comment box below. So the Athletic, the good people at the Athletic, have actually said that Arsenal have a problem in finishing at the moment, and they have actually highlighted one of the key statistics that anyone wouldn't actually think about. So Arsenal have taken 81 shots in our last 4 games. We have only scored 3 goals out of those 81 shots. Against West Ham, to put that into perspective, we took 30 shots in that game and we scored 0 goals. 30 shots in that game, 0 goals. Just to be precise, West Ham took 6 shots in that game and they scored 2 goals. So the conversion rate of Arsenal is actually worrying, and this is not because we are not scoring any goals. It is because we are fighting the likes of Liverpool, Aston Villa and Man City that are actually scoring very many goals, and they're playing free football, they're playing entertaining football, and the goals are coming as well. So when you look on top of the table, you'll find the following 4 teams. Liverpool will be there, Arsenal will be there, Aston Villa are there, and Man City are there. That is how the top of the table looks. But in terms of scoring goals, Arsenal are actually a little bit behind than any of these other teams. Liverpool have scored 39, so have Aston Villa, and Manchester City have actually Liverpool have scored 39, Villa have scored 40, and Man City have scored 39 as well, I think. So the problem is Arsenal not scoring goals. We have scored 36, out of the teams we are competing with, and we are creating chances that are actually going begging. We are creating chances that we cannot finish, and in the end, for me, everyone says the defense will win you the league. Defenses win titles, and I agree with that. But goals win games. There's no question about that. Goals win games. The moment you're not scoring goals, or the moment you're not scoring enough goals, you're actually not going to win games. And it is very, very evident this season. So look at Arsenal. We drew against Fulham in a 2-2 draw at the Emirates Stadium. We lost 1-0 to Newcastle. We lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. And then we lost 2-0, which should have been a 3-0 loss to West Ham. That actually highlights one thing, that we are not really scoring enough goals, because all these results, there was something for us to take. We could have got a draw at the Villa Park, but Martin Odegaard and Saka and Gabriel Martinelli wasted all the chances. We could have taken a point at Newcastle, but did we really have a striker that was going to put that ball into the back of the net? It was the same question that we were asked yesterday against West Ham. West Ham had their game plan out there. We will sit in and we will allow Arsenal to play, and they will penetrate through our defense at times. So can Arsenal finish those chances? That was the question, and our answer, just like it has always been, it has been a no, 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 no. And right now, everyone is scared. Everyone is concerned about this team. We are not scared that we are not good enough to fight against Liverpool and fight against, Man City. I think we are good enough. We are scared because the deja vu that happened last campaign is actually in our faces. Remember last campaign, what happened? We drew at home against Brentford. We lost against Everton, one of the worst sides in the Premier League last campaign, and we failed to beat Southampton home and away. This is what is happening. West Ham are one of the sides that I would go, you've got to win that at the Emirates Stadium. We have not. And we actually have not scored a goal. If West Ham win that game 3-2, I would say this defense is shocking. We were absolutely, shambolic in defense. I don't think we were shambolic, and I don't think our midfield as well was overrun. The issue is Martinelli, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus are not the front three that are going to produce goals to win you every single game, right? They score when they can, and they score when they want. And when they don't want, when they don't feel like it, they're not obliged to find the back of the net. So for me, January then becomes about one thing. Listen, Mikel wants a defender, and in the next video, we'll talk about Matthias de Ligt and why I think Matthias de Ligt is such a very good profile for Arsenal. The back three, the ability to have, de Ligt, Saliba, Timber, and Gabriel. It is all fascinating. It's all very, very nice, right? But the question is easy and one. Right now, what do we actually need? For me, our January transfer strategy should be about going to the market and finding ourselves a dirty goal scorer, a brutal, selfish goal scorer. Be it Ivan Toney, be it Victor Osimhen, be it Olivier Giroud. It doesn't really matter. Something is lacking in this Arsenal team. Something is lacking in this Arsenal side, and it's something small. It is not something very big. You look at our position in games, 80 plus. You look at our defensive abilities. We've got a couple of clean sheets. You look at our goalkeeper. He's a decent one. What aspect of the game do we not excel at? It is scoring goals. It's as simple as that. It is putting the ball into the back of the net, and this is where I'm going to make this statement right about now. If Arsenal get Victor Osimhen in January, we win the league. For me, it's as simple as that. I've seen us dominate Liverpool for 15 minutes. I've seen us dominate Man City for 10 minutes. What that means is that this team is gradually graduating to the caliber and category where you can actually fight off Man City, you can fight off Liverpool, you can create problems for the big boys. If you can sit on the same table as the big boys and share points with them, and at times, do a split or steal, and you steal against Man City, you've got to get a striker and you win the league. This is our best opportunity to win the league. Why? Because last season, everyone expected Arsenal to drop off. Everyone expected Arsenal to kind of find it hard to go against Man City. A Man City side that wins 15, 16 games a season. Right now, everyone is looking at Arsenal as a team that has been through the turmoil. We have lived the experience of fighting Manchester City. We have emotionally grown. And our decision making should be better. The way we, the way we attack, the way we make decisions should also be better. I'm not expecting Arsenal to go to the market and walk away without a striker. But according to all signs at the moment, that is how it looks like. The team is focusing on defense. The team wants to prioritize Matthias de Ligt, Ousmane Diomande. For what? Diomande doesn't score goals. None of these defenders is going to score goals for us. Why don't we prioritize what we do not have, right? A striker. So this is what I think. Arsenal should walk into Brentford's compound and make a deal. The deal should be structured like this. We can give you 30 million. 30 million, I think that's decent money. 30 million upfront. We shall give you an extra 45 million in the summer. I think with 30 million, Arsenal can easily make up that money by selling Aaron Ramsdale or selling Emil Smith-Rowe or selling Partey, depending. It depends on who is available and who is most wanted. If Arsenal can sell one player and bring in Ivan Toney in January, we are going to have a very different team, a very, very different, setup, and we will pose a different threat to what we are posing right now. Gabriel Jesus yesterday missed one of the chances any striker in the Premier League will ever miss. So the ball is dropping. I think there is Kufo around the penalty area and Gabriel Jesus. The goalkeeper is well beaten, Areola. That ball is about putting it on target. And that is the same goal, mind you. That's the same goal that Arsenal conceded against Brentford last campaign. It's about, just directing your head. You put your head in the direction where the ball hits it and it goes into the back of the net. Ivan Toney scored that goal against us. Against West Ham, my boy, Gabriel Jesus, I don't know what he's trying to do. He puts it wide. He just puts it wide. And for me, that is the message. That was the message from that game. Go and get a striker. The January transfer window is here. Go and get a striker. It's not disrespectful to Jesus. It is not disrespectful to whoever scored a couple of goals for us this campaign. It is reality, right? That was a reality check. And we've had a couple of reality checks, by the way. I'm really surprised that Arsenal circling, and we are making circles around who our real targets are. And we are thinking, is it a striker? Probably not. Is it a winger? Probably none. It is a striker. It's a striker that we are actually looking at. So Victor Osimhen will be available in 2024, and his release clause is 113 million. Napoli have just put themselves in a situation where if Arsenal dare go to trigger the release clause of Osimhen, we actually bring him in January. And I tell you something, I don't think his release clause is going to be cheaper in the summer. So if you're going to sign Osimhen, you might as well sign him in January, right? You might bring him in January. Why I think Ivan Toney is a risky deal and a difficult one is we might have to negotiate with Brentford, who don't want to sell. But Aurelio De Laurentiis has just put a neck around his neck, a rope around his neck. If you pull the neck, you kill the guy. So if we can trigger that release clause of Victor Osimhen, I think it's a good deal. It's a very, very good deal. Long term, I think there is value for money, and you can even sell him in the future. It's the same thing with Declan Rice. I think clubs will come knocking on the door for Arsenal to sell them Declan Rice because of his performances. It's the same thing with Victor Osimhen. But imagine Osimhen up front. Imagine us having a target man. Imagine having us having a player that we can trust to finish our chances off. Because you can't trust Saka this season. You can't trust Gabriel Martinelli at doing anything. He's no longer running at players. He's no longer beating players in 1v1s. He's going wide and he's pulling the ball always backwards. He's not promising that he will score. There is no promise from him that, hey, I'm going to score. Okay? I'm going to score. So for me, the goals have to increase right from here. Right from that game, it was the last game of the first round of the Premier League. The goals have got to increase. It's as simple as that. If Arsenal don't increase their goal output, we are off the title. As simple as that. For the Champions League, there are questions to be had and answered. Because with the Champions League, a 1-0 guarantees you a place in the next round. So all you've got to do is 0-0 at Madrid, 1-0 at the Emirates, and you go through. But with the Premier League, with things like goal difference, with things like clubs being able to score 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game, with us playing 100 minutes, I think we need a striker. So those two, Arsenal should get and decide who signs. It's either Osimhen or Ivan Toney in January. We cannot walk away without a striker. If we don't have the money, then we've got to go with one of these cheap strikers, right? Girassi. You go and sign Girassi, or you can ask for. I do not know. I don't know if this would work, but you could ask for Ferguson from Brighton on loan. I don't know if it would work because they're suffering from a lot of injuries. But Ferguson is another player that Arsenal can look at. January is going to be about strengthening. It's going to be about squads making themselves better. Liverpool will want to win silverware after going, like a horrendous season, last campaign. They will want to win some silverware, and if it's not the Europa League, it's the Premier League. It will be shameful for Liverpool to rebuild within one season and win a double, which they are actually certainly going to be trying to do, and Arsenal win nothing. It will be shameful. So for me, go get a striker and go get two. One in January, one in the summer. I wouldn't care if we bring in a 10 million striker in January, as long as the guy can make himself, be seen in the penalty area. It doesn't really, sit well with me when you have a player like Odegaard, creative, like that is his word, creative, and then you have a wasteful, front three that he goes. Do I play it into Saka? Do I play it into Gabriel Jesus? Both of them will not score. Both of them will waste the chance, right? So I want your thoughts there, guys. I want your thoughts. It's a little bit of a rant, and of course a transfer mashup. But lots of your transfer stories coming your way. Hit the like button for me, and I'll see you right in the next one.